What's happening, man? It's your boy Papa Duck. Y'all see I'm looking a little clean when it got right. But listen, got another video for y'all. This shit gonna blow y'all mind. I be trying to tell y'all, man. I just try to get y'all to think. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. When you done, hit that like button. Cause what I'm about to show y'all finna blow y'all mind. Okay, and when you done, look below. You'll see all our merchandise. Everything you get off our merch store, all proceeds go back to the channel. This is how we spread our mess. Listen, I'm gonna show y'all something, right? The more y'all look at my channel, the more I tell y'all that words or spells, the more it's gonna start sinking in. Now, check this out. There was a doctor, right, by the name of Samuel Cartwright, Adolphus Cartwright, right? He was supposedly was the one that wrote up this term called drapetomania. What is drapetomania? Drapetomania is the desire to escape as a slave. Was considered a mental illness called drapetomania. Let me get into it. You know I'm about to go in, right? Listen, I tell y'all all the time, these people come up with diagnoses or words, and every word has an emotion attached to it. So when you say, oh, my kid got ADHD, which is a so-called illness that they came up with, oh, he got ADHD. So what you do is you kind of accept that shit. Same thing I tell y'all when y'all say, oh, I got a bad temper. You putting a spell on yourself, okay? How in the fuck can someone hold you captive at your own will, right? Put you through all type of strenuous living conditions as a slave. And when you want to rebel or you want to escape, it is considered an illness called drapetomania. Look this shit up. Get the fuck out of here. This is why I don't play games with people. This is why the government play games with us, because we sit back and just go for any fucking thing they throw out there. The reason why I use ADHD is because all this shit is just made up syndromes. And once you adapt the emotion attached to these so-called diagnoses, you automatically you agree with that shit. That's crazy. Then they say, oh, your child got ADHD, here come a check. Look, man, stop letting these people come up with these bogus ass diagnoses just to put on you, to project that shit on you, and you run with it. How in the fuck can you put somebody as a slave? How the fuck can you hold somebody captive? Make them live up under all these different conditions, and when they want to escape, that's a mental fucking illness? That's why I don't play no game with no people, because this shit, it gets beyond ridiculous to me. Drapetomania is a real, supposedly, diagnosis, but I'm trying to show y'all how these pharmaceutical companies, Big Pharma, and all these different healthcare entities come up with all this bogus ass shit just to say, this is what you got, and then once we diagnose you, like I told y'all, remember, we're gonna certify you. The certifier has to certify you, meaning you have to get this from someone. Someone has to say, based off our analysis, you this or you that. How the fuck you gonna let somebody else place some on you? And see, a lot of people get caught up in that shit, because a lot of people go to going with that shit. Oh, I'm crazy. I take crazy pills. I got a bad temper. I got ADHD. Man, you ain't got a motherfucking thing. I keep telling y'all, bro, these people use words, and words have emotions attached to them, and when you adopt that emotion, you go along with the word. That's this fucking spell. Wake your wife up and call her a bitch. Wake your husband up and call him a fuckboy. See, you listening to the words fuckboy, the tone, but the emotion that's attached to it is going to get the reaction from the person. This is why you got to be careful with people diagnosing you with shit. Now, I ain't saying, I'm talking about from a mental standpoint. Now, I ain't saying for bitch say, oh, you got a disease, or you got this, or you got that. My thing is this. A lot of these things that they categorize us to have, right? They the one that gave it to you. For one, why in the fuck, right, do we have to sit here and abide by these so-called ways of living? Let me give you another example. Now, I don't take it literally. Now, if a person say you got HIV or something, that's a disease. Okay, yes, I understand that. All these mental things, and they trying to examine you and say, oh, you got this, or do an analysis. Fuck all that. When they tried to, it's an Indian tribe. I forgot the name of the Indian tribe. But when they tried to take over that Indian tribe, they couldn't, because the words they was using, the Indians never had those words in their vocabulary. And guess what they was trying to use? Religion. Christianity. They was trying to use Christianity, telling the Indians that, hey, if you don't, this is the way, this is the God way, this is woo-woo-woo-woo. But the words that they was using, the Indians couldn't relate to it. They didn't know what the fuck it was. So the spell didn't work. You understand what I'm saying? If I was to say this, if I was to say something in Creole or another language, it doesn't resonate to you because you don't know what the fuck it is. So the emotion that's attached to it, it doesn't affect you. Okay? So what I'm trying to explain to you is this. We can't let these people place these different things on us and we run with that shit based off what they say. They came up with this shit. Oh, you got this, you got that, so we're gonna shoot this in you. No, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Drapetomania is a supposedly illness. Think about it. It's when the slave rebels. When the slave say, you know what? Fuck this shit, because I ain't asked for this shit in the first place. Y'all done captured me, got me doing all this strenuous work. I'm eating all this bullshit food. I can't do nothing. I got to sneak and do everything. And when I say I want to rebel, that's a illness? Y'all better start waking the fuck up. Excuse my language. Y'all better start waking the hell up. Because some of this stuff got to ring a bell, and at some point you got to be like, dang, at some point we have to be like, dang, are we that? It's just a bit oblivious to us, the shit that happens around us. We just don't think about it. Because you wasn't taught to think. You was taught to do. Told you wasn't taught to think. Anyway, y'all look it up yourself, man. Look it up yourself. You'll see what I'm talking about. But it's crazy how they would diagnose you with some shit like that. And when I say, some of y'all might say, oh, well, they just talking about that. But what I'm trying to explain to you is, if them motherfuckers can put you on a specific condition in a specific environment, and when you get a reaction to that, they give you an illness. This is what you are. Motherfucker, that don't ring a bell? Oh, he got ADHD, or he got this, or he got that. When them troops go over there and come back, we got postpartum depression and all this shit. Bro, they the one gave it to them. Not only that, like I say, don't get caught up in the words they say, because a lot of times, man, you don't have a motherfucking thing. I tell y'all, it's the emotion. And when I say this last thing, if this don't open up an eye opener to you, I don't know what the fuck to say. There have been people who've been diagnosed with HIV. They thought they had HIV to the point when you see them, they are deteriorating. Because the thought alone is what's killing them. This explains how strong your mind is. If your mind tell your body, we dying, your body gonna do exactly what their mind say. Your body is an instrument of your mind. That's why they say be careful what you thought, what you think. Thoughts become flesh. Words become flesh. But come to find out, these people ain't have HIV. But if you looked at them, you'll think they had HIV. What was killing them? What was killing them? It's the diagnosis. It's the emotion behind the diagnosis. Oh, that word means this. This is the fucking spell. Okay? This is the spell. Because a lot of times, majority of the time, people kill themselves off the thought alone. Off the thought alone. Okay? And this is true, bro. This is true. There was a guy, white guy, had cancer. And, he was, like I say, he thought he had cancer. We had cancer. But come to find out, he just wanted to live just past Christmas so they could see his kids. Christmas, right? This is going to blow your mind. True story. He did live past Christmas. He died the day after Christmas, right? But guess what? He didn't die from cancer. He didn't even have cancer no more. It's the thought. He set it up in his mind. He wanted to live just past Christmas. He did, died the day after Christmas, but it wasn't from cancer. In fact, the cancer hadn't went away. The thought alone is what killed him. And I know y'all gonna say, oh, Duck, you just this, you just that. Again, I don't debate. You wanna do your research, go do your research. Same thing I told people, when you get a organ from someone, you actually develop their habits too. There was a girl that got killed. Her murderer, right? The girl that got killed. When she got killed, another girl got one of her organs. I can't remember which organ it was. But when that girl got her organs, that girl started having dreams of that killing. The dreams were so vivid that they was able to solve the murder. They was able to solve the murder. So what I'm trying to tell you is, these people know way more about you than you know. And if you in a box, there's no way you can grasp a lot of the shit that I speak about, talk about, or anybody. You got to get out the box. You're being put in a box for a reason. Just because you wasn't exposed to it, or you never seen it, or they don't talk about it, doesn't mean it ain't true. If that person you got an organ from was a gambler, it's 9 times out of 10, it's a big chance that you're gonna become a gambler too. Anyway, I just want y'all to think of my son. Drapetomania, go look it up. Again, it was an illness that if you had the desire to escape as a slave, you was diagnosed with drapetomania, or some bullshit ass word they came up with. Even though they put you in these strenuous conditions, which any motherfucker would want to rebel from that shit. And once you do that, you are considered having an illness. Fuck them, they got an illness. Anyway, it's your boy Papa Duck. Y'all already know I love y'all, man. I try to do these videos to make y'all think. Just think a little bit. That's it. But like I always tell y'all, in order for you to be found, you must first be lost. I'm out.